What's good? What's going on, guys? How are my subscribers today? Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to the Anarchist Gaming channel. In today's Grand Theft Auto video, I am going to be doing a garage show. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be showing off the 30 cars that I own in my 3 garages. It's been a little while, and there has been some new cars and recent DLC updates, so my garage has changed a bit since I've done my last garage show video. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys my 3 garages, all 30 of my cars. Some of them you guys may seen before, like I said, from my previous videos. Some of them you haven't because they've been recently added in this update, such as this Progen that I just drove in. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy some of these paint schemes and how I modified my cars, hopefully I can give you guys some ideas of how to modify yours. I always like to watch other people's garage videos so I can get an idea of some cool paint schemes to do with my car. So hopefully you guys can see a few colors and modifications that you like, and maybe you can resemble them with your car. So let's get into it. Like I said, the Progen T20 as the first supercar in my garage here, and this is my supercar garage. I have 3. We'll start with this one first, and I've spent a lot of money in this garage. As you can see, I got all the best supercars: Zentornos, Adders, Progens, Osiris's, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, all that good stuff. And I will add that when I decide to customize my vehicles, I always take into account I'm a car enthusiast in real life, so I tend to preference them to be modified to look like the cars would in real life. So the Progen went with that white, that pearlescent, nice shiny white on black, and that's the resemblance of the McLaren. P1 is what the car looks like in real life, and that's how I would do it if I owned one in real life. So we'll move on to the next one, is the Osiris. This is a car is really, really fun to drive, and this is a knockoff of the Bugatti Haroun. I think I'm saying it right. And I went with the yellow on black because I just find yellow and a black combination really, really looks well. And I put a little extra pearlescent in there to make it a little bit more brighter yellow. But just a really nice color I find with that Osiris. Very, very fun car to drive. And finally, I'm really enjoying having the Progen and the Osiris as competitors to the Bugatti Adder and the Zentorno. For so long, it's only been Adders and Zentornos. Those were the 2 main supercars everyone drove, and it's nice to have these 2 cars to finally take over the throne of the old ones, because these ones are a joy to drive. So let's move on to the next car. This, of course, is my Porsche, the Comet. Now, this is a knockoff, as like I said, as a Porsche car in real life, and I went with a really cool purple on pink kind of color. And if you guys want to know how I did these colors, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll tell you exactly how I did them so you guys can resemble them in your garages. We'll move next to my Lamborghini, the Vecca, and I went with green with a yellow pearlescent in it. And then next, of course, we got the Ferrari. And, of course, you can't have a Ferrari unless it's that beautiful signature Ferrari, right? And I put a little bit of a yellow pearlescent in there, too, to give it that extra little pizzazz in the paint. So we'll move over. We got the Turismo Type R, and I have changed the paint on this from my last garage show video. So this is a yellow on a black color there, and like I said, I'm just a big fan of the yellow on black. I find those 2 colors go very well together, and I did that one more black to yellow instead of, and my Osiris over there, like you've seen, was more yellow than black. So this right here is the Cheetah. This hasn't changed much. Same paint schemes. Same with my Entity. Haven't really changed these last 4 cars, the Adder and everything, since my last garage show video, but I love them. They're all still fun to drive. The Entity is, of course, really, really good at steering. Next, of course, we got the Adder, the Bugatti Veyron, and this one I keep around because I actually own 2 Adders, but this one I keep around because that paint scheme is actually a chrome on a gold on a purple. It's a modded color, and I'm pretty sure I can't get that color anymore, so that's why I keep this car around. Really cool paint scheme on that car. So we'll move over to the Zentorno next. And now the Zentorno, I went with the matte black on red. Now this paint scheme seems very plain, not flashy and everything, but like I said, my preferences when modding cars is to make them resemble the car in real life. So if you Google Lamborghini Sesco Elemento, this is what this car and the paint scheme this car has in real life if you're to go and buy that vehicle. So we'll make our way over now to my second garage and show you guys the next one. So this garage is my muscle car garage, my classic car garage, and we'll make our way in here. There are a few oddballs. I do have my second Adder in here. I really, 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 really wish Grand Theft Auto would bring us out a fourth garage. I'm in desperate, desperate need of one. So here we go. We got the adder in here. This is my second adder, like I said. You're probably like, why do you have two adders? Well, I keep this one around because this was the first adder I ever bought, the first supercar I ever bought in the game, way back when I bought Grand Theft Auto on the Xbox 360 years ago when the game first came out. So I just keep it around for that reason alone, is just because it's the very first one I ever bought, so it means something to me in that manner. So next we got the James Bond JB700 knockoff, is what this thing's kind of supposed to be like. And I went with the silver color, the gray color, and the classic rims with the chrome, because that is what the car looks like in the movie, something similar to that. And I really, really wish that these decommissioned guns, they would do a patch and make them work. So now we have Pegasus vehicles that have guns on them. I think it would be very cool now to implement these guns in working condition as well. I don't think it would be too OP. Like I said, we have vehicles in the game that have working guns equipped to them as well. So I really, really think it would be fun to bring those guns into Grand Theft Auto Online. So next we'll go over to my classic 57 Chevy. And now here's a look that I enjoy. I went with that classic look. Of course, with a classic car, you can put the white walls on. A lot of people, like I said, like to put the white walls on supercars and stuff like that. You know, I'm not really for that. Like I said, car enthusiast here. So that is a situation where those tires, along with the white wheels, actually fits the car, and just went with that beautiful classic look with that teal blue on white. So we'll move over to the Rat truck. Now, this is a very fun truck as well. I love classic cars. Like I said, love classic trucks in real life. And I went with like a farm look with this thing. So I kept it very clean, very classic, with the classic black tires. And of course with that green farm kind of look to it with that green color. And that green also highlights the beautiful wood finish in the back. And I really enjoy the look of this vehicle. I really, really, really wish though that these muscle cars sound and handled more like muscle cars instead of all generic. So we'll move over to this next one, the Slam Van. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Slam Van. Now, it has terrible, terrible steering, terrible for speed, so not many people drive these trucks around, but I rather enjoy them because I just have a huge love for classic vehicles and classic trucks. So there's the Slam Van. I went with that nice blue color, like I said, keep it classic, and really enjoying the classic trucks. So we'll move over next to the Dukes, as you can see over there. The Dukes, and I went with the Dukes of Hazzard look with this thing because it is the Dukes, so why not go with that Dukes of Hazzard look? It has the Dukes of Hazzard horn, it has the tires, and everything as close as I could get it to look like the Dukes of Hazzard car in real life. Now, to go with that added look, you could do the crew emblem as a 01 or whatever to actually make it look even better. And of course you can't get the Confederate flag in the game, so I went with the American flag on top. And there you go, there's the Dukes of Hazzard car in the Grand Theft Auto game. And I really, really wish, like I said, that the car mechanics for these muscle cars were better designed. When you hop in a supercar and you hop in a regular car, there's just not much difference other than the speed. I wish the supercars rumbled more. It really bothers me that when you go into Grand Theft Auto, you go into the LS Customs, you go to modify one of your muscle cars, you go and put on the big engine scoop, and you put on this big engine hanging out of this vehicle as a car mod, and it doesn't affect the way the car sounds, drives, or anything. So I wish the car mechanics were better done in Grand Theft Auto, but that's for another video. Let's move on to the Kuruma, Armored Kuruma, and I just kept this thing basically with that stock look. I mean, black, so there's not much to say about the Armored Kuruma. Next we got the Suzuki Hayabusa, is what this thing is supposed to resemble in real life, the Shitsu Hayakaku. And Suzukis tend to be blue, white with some yellow in them, the Gixxers, so that's the paint scheme I went with. How Suzukis usually are in real life, just like Hondas are usually red and Yamahas are usually blue, Kawasaki green. I went with the yellow, the white and the blue with the Suzuki. So we'll move over to the Albany Virgo, and this is a really nice muscle car as well, very clean look to it. And I actually went with this green paint scheme that kind of resembles my Rat truck because it actually looks like the the Green Hornet car in that movie. So that's why I went with that paint scheme. And last but not least, the classic Corvette, really nice car as well, and I went with the red on white classic look as that. So we're going to make our way now over to the third and final garage, my last 10 cars for the final 30. And here we go. We got the Dinka Jester, and I went with this blue on red. Not much to say about this car. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty fun to drive, but I do not drive it that often. So we'll move over to the next vehicle. We got my Corvette, the new one. This one's supposed to be a knockoff of the Corvette C7 in real life. And I went with this wine red, kind of dark matte black finish in it. Really fun car to drive, and I'm a huge Vette fan in real life. So we'll move on. Next, I have my Fiora GT, and this one's got a baby blue with some white in it, pearlescent. Very bright color. A very fun car to drive. Love the sound of it. Love it. Just wish the car was faster. What bothered me about this car is it was so great, sounds great, looks great, it just doesn't perform great. Next up, we got the Elegy, which is a knockoff of the Nissan GTR in real life. And this car is actually really great because it's free, and all you got to pay is only for the modifications. So you can't complain when this car is free. And it's actually pretty fast. And me personally, I'm a huge fan of the GTR in real life. I would absolutely love to own a Godzilla. That's what I call that thing, because that's what they are in real life. Kind of the Nissan Gixxer, or Nissan in that green color. Kind of reminds me of Godzilla, kind of like a beast on the street. So next up, of course, we got the truck. And this thing, not much to say, although I'm a truck fan, so I just went and grabbed this thing off the street. There are different variations of this truck. You can get it with the lights on top, with the rails, with the tonneau cover, and I went and found that one with the tonneau cover, so not much to say. We'll move on to the next one. This is another big truck, and I did this one in wine red, and really fun vehicle for driving off-road. Wish it had a trailer hitch, though, so it could tow stuff. Next up, we got the Insurgent. I went with the matte black finish, kept it simple, kind of for when I do like to do SWAT role-playing. We got the Massacro next. Not much to say about this other than it's got a pretty cool paint. It's got a lime green on a blue. And next up we got the Dubsta 6x6. And I just went with a forest green color. Kept it kind of off-roady look with this thing. Military tires. Keep that military off-road look to it as well with the Dubsta 6x6. So next we're going to move over to the last vehicle, of course, last but not least, the new Brawler. And I didn't do much for paint with this thing. Kept it pretty simple with that gray on black. So that was my 30 cars. Hope you guys enjoyed them. Hope you guys found some interesting ways and paint schemes, interesting ways to modify your vehicles. Hope I give you guys some ideas of what you guys can do with your vehicles. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and stick around for more GTA videos. Going to be brought to you by the Anarchist Gaming channel. And I'm going to be doing some more videos today, so make sure to keep an eye out for them. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will be doing a breakdown of how I feel Grand Theft Auto can make the game slightly better. Some small modifications that they can do that would really go a long way in the game. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to be giving some interesting ideas, talking about things like how the trailers work in the game, and all these little things, little subtle details that I think if Grand Theft Auto took the time out to perfected them would make the gaming experience a hell of a lot better than it currently is.